Red light about to go on for the final time. There they are. 5 red lights go on. They go out, and Gambling makes the best of the starts, it seems to me.
Best of
from
anyone's
the back
start,
of the grid. He's already made up 4 or 5 places, I think, as they head towards us. But it's Collingwood that is chasing Hiley through the first corner. Hiley's got a great start, hasn't he? He's pulled out several lengths over Collingwood there. Landon is there in 3rd. Gary Goodyear is in 4th in the Caterham. Neil Turner up on the inside of him. Stuart Much is there as well.
About 3 more for Gambling going into Village.
So let's see what he can do, where we can get up to in the order. He did get to 2nd, didn't he, in the earlier race, but then dropped back behind Anton Landon again.
8th onto the Hanger Straight.
Great start then from him. It looks like the car at the back is the Simon Dodd Formula 27, which I don't think made it out for the first race. So good that the Northamptonshire man has got that car out for race number 2.
Stopping Andy Hiley, who's made a break expecting someone to challenge from behind.
Yep, it's Hiley leading then. Landon in 2nd, Collingwood 3rd. And here's Gambling. He's going to go for 4th place at Village there in the red Eclipse. He was alongside the red Caterham of Gary Goodyear, and he's gone through to 4th place at the end of the first lap.
So I get the impression he might have cut another hole in the front of the radiator
I'll have to
slot
have a
in
closer
the nose
look.
on Gambling. It looks like it's a little bit different from before. There is a kind of intake there.
Yeah. Yes,
stopped him early on.
Mindful of those overheating problems, certainly.
It's not as warm now. They've just down the box, and it's much cooler now than it was earlier on, which might benefit some lap times.
Yeah, absolutely right. So they turn their way through onto the Hanger Straight. There's the Mev of Stuart Much. He's behind Gary Goodyear, but I think he might be ahead of Neil Turner now. There's Hiley, Yorkshireman. Long-time racer in kit cars and then sports specials. He also had that road sports win, didn't he, with Johnny Weston Taylor at Cadwell last time out as well.
The Lotus, yeah.
So versatile racer. There's Stuart Much all the way off the road there at Stowe Corner. Rejoins the circuit, still in front of Newton. Oh, and Paul Collingwood's out.
Yep, into the pit lane goes Collingwood with the Honda-powered Eclipse. Eclipse Evo.
Yeah, so he's coasting into the pit lane out of the race. So that's a great shame for him.
Disappointing day, which leaves Martin Gambling to try to close down Anton Landon. Of course, they battled earlier on, changing positions a couple of times, but before Gambling's car started to wilt.
Stuart Much back ahead of Neil Turner. Turner was ahead, fractioning over the line. So great scrap on there. And Stuart Thompson, also a former champion, right in there as well. In fact, he's getting past Turner this time in the MK Indy. That's the former championship winning car, and it was in the hands of Matthew Booth, but it was in the top class spec as well. Turner
hopped over the curb on the inside to try and get that place back, and it looked like he was going to do it until he had the jump. Suddenly didn't go forward anymore.
Yeah.
Kicked him a bit sideways.
Turner raced that Caterham with the 750 Motor Club in the dedicated Sevens Championship that the 750 Motor Club ran in the 90s and early 2000s. He was a class winner in the past. Raced it up until 2001, then had a 22-year layoff before returning in 2023 with the same 1995 Caterham as he raced then. Meanwhile, Gambling has caught Landon, is now battling with him for 2nd place.
It's a great looking car, isn't it, the Eclipse? It's so organic, that shape.
Yes.
It's beautiful. And with a transverse Ford engine in the back of it.
That's right. So chasing after that Sienna, driven for a while now by Anton Landon.
Many years.
Yeah.
And he's been overtaken. Here goes Gambling.
Yeah, well, he's 7.5 seconds behind Andy Hiley already. Hiley's in the 1-minute 9s. Not quite as quick as he went in the first race as yet, when he did a 1:09.4. Gambling's best lap still a 1:12, but he's now at least got 3, hopefully, of
fresh air.
Anton Landon and fresh air. Let's see what he can do. Down the Hanger Straight he goes.
Landon's coming back at him. There's a bit of a toe down there.
That's right, it does seem to, but they're a long way clear of anyone else. These are the only 3 survivors in Class A, of course, which is the 340 brake horsepower class. Then you've got the 270 brake horsepower Class B, which unsurprisingly is a bit further back down the road. Gary Goodyear still heading that. Here comes Gambling up to the line once more. What's he going to do? Is he going to improve on 112.013? Let's have a look. he he had done a 1:10, I beg your pardon, 1:10.660. His previous lap was a 1:12. So yeah, that was a 1:11 that time through. So it's not far off on ultimate pace, Andy Hiley, actually. Here's a battle amongst the Mevs. This is Mickey Scott and Gerard O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue ahead by the looks of it. And then you've got the 44 car of Marcus Roskill just in behind. Marcus, who's been racing in the category for quite some time now. And from Newbury, company director.
And in the back is Jamie Bradshaw with the ex-Tony Southgate car.
Yeah, I think this car of Roskill's is one that has had a little while. Challenging Mickey Scott there. There's Andrew Hayward pushing on in the number 27 Silver Clubman. He was the Class B leader coming into this weekend, looking to maintain that advantage. And Stuart Thompson there in number 30, he goes through.
The gap between our leader Andy Hiley in 53 and Martin Gambling in 99 is about the length of the Hamilton Straight.
Yeah, 8 seconds, that's the equivalent to. Last lap, Gambling was a little bit quicker, if anything. There's Stuart Thompson, the 62-year-old from Felixstowe, cabinet maker, an owner of T&R Pine and Oak Furniture. He's a big supporter of the Ipswich Witches Speedway team as well as racing. He started in 2010, originally in Creighton Graduates, did about 4 years with them and raced with Sports Specials for about 5 seasons now, winning in 2022. Started out racing in Speedway, did 3 years when he was younger, racing for both Peterborough and Kings Lynn.
Roskill's just managed to edge past Mickey Scott in the third of the Mevs. Still very much to the fourth one. It's Stuart's wife.
So there's Thompson, there's Hayward. They are second and third because, yeah, Neil Turner has dropped down the order, hasn't he? A lap or two ago, and I didn't necessarily see why that was.
No, we couldn't see it, but I know he hopped over one of the curbs, and that delayed him a fraction, but not as much as that. It's dropped back in numerous places.
Yeah, his last lap was actually his personal best lap of 1:15.792, but he's way down in 7th place within the class.
Probably because he was annoyed about the previous lap being slow.
So over the line they come with 7 minutes of the race left to go here at Silverstone, this race on the international circuit. Not the last time 750 Motor Club at Silverstone this year, back here for the Burkitt at the end of October, racing on the Grand Prix circuit, and then the following day on the national circuit for the final round of several championships. I'm sure some titles will still be to be decided in across those championships that we have here that day.
Always a great event to look forward to, the Burkitt.
Absolutely. And we'll be streaming it live on Alpha Live, both days of that event, I think. So there's Bradshaw going through in that 38 car, who's spent a lot of time working on various historic racing cars as well, although it's his first season of racing.
Sports cars and all sorts of things.
Yeah. That's right. This is the ex-Tony Southgate car. Southgate raced it in Sports Specials, or Pretty Kit Cars as it was then, for quite a few seasons. There's Simon Dodd, number 49 in the Formula 27 car. He's going through.
Tussling with Alan Robinson in the self-built Ginetta G12. Nearly toppled over itself in the corner. Got a big wobble on. Debuted that, I think, was it last year or the end of the year before?
Yeah, it may have been. But Simon, who we saw there, 40-year-old from Daventry, a systems engineer working in cyber security, done some sim racing before, his first year in circuit racing. Hoping to be the best rookie of the season. It's a 2-litre Duratec Formula 27 from 1987 that he's had for 3 years. He used to have a Pinto engine, now swapped to Duratec, which will certainly be an upgrade. So cars heading over the line once again. There's London going through.
Gambling still 8.8 seconds behind the leader. Slowing appears to be 27, which is Hayward, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's Hayward, the championship leader. So that's dramatic. Looks like he has got a problem. And this could be to the advantage of both Andy Hiley and Stuart Much, who are not able to pick up full points because of the number of the starters in their classes. But if Hayward is not going to score in this race at all, or just pick up the point for starting the race, then they may well catch and pass him going into the Mallory Park finale. So it's still very much up for grabs in the Sports Specials Championship this year. Be interesting to see what kind of entry we get for Mallory, the final race of the season there.
Yeah, Hayward's slumped now to 6th in class. In fact, he's disappeared from the screen.
Yeah, he's headed
there
into
he
the
is.
pits. Yeah.
Into the pits, that's what's happened. As has Mickey Scott.
That's right. So a couple in the pits, as well as Paul Collingwood, who went there much earlier. 4 minutes of the race left to go, just under. There's Stuart Much, who continues to lead Class C. And where is he in relation to anybody else? He's a couple of seconds behind Gary Goodyear, isn't he? Who is our Class B leader. And a few seconds ahead of Stuart Thompson, who is second in Class B at the moment. So out of Club Corner goes Stuart Thompson, chasing after that Janetta replica. Down the Hamilton Straight, he'll pass that that closed top car as he heads into the right-hander at Abbey. Highly leading by 9.2 seconds then, as he's just been through to complete another lap. And Gambling, yeah, just appearing out of Club Corner now. So the gap between them is 8.6. It's coming down by a few tenths, but not quickly enough for Martin Gambling.
Tenths a lap, isn't it?
There'll be 3 laps to go now as well, so it's going to be a 13-lap race. They, yeah, got 13 out of it in the earlier race as well. So Stuart Much is untouchable, it would seem, in Class C this weekend. Looks like he's going to have another victory here. Actually, in the first race, it was Neil Turner that won in Class B, but it looks like it's going to be Gary Goodyear that's going to do that this time. Turner's got back up to 8th place overall, though. So he's working his way back through the field, but he's now got about... well, he's got 3 tenths to make up on Marcus Roskell to get back to 3rd in class, which I think he'll be capable of doing.
He's done it.
Yeah, he
He's
has.
ahead already.
Yep, so that's done. There we go, confirmation on the timing screen now. Turner is ahead.
Yeah, he's got about 7 seconds to make up.
Which is probably a tall order. That's too much to ask in the remaining couple of laps. Yeah, for try and catch Stuart Thompson. Hiley now has gone on to his 12th lap, so this is his penultimate lap of the race. So actually, depending on whether he gets lapped or not, Neil Turner might have 2 or 3 laps to go effectively. There's Gambling. Gap more or less the same as it was, about 8 or 9 seconds between 1st and 2nd. He's just lapped Jamie Bracher in that number 38 car. And Anton Landon, you can see in the background, is still in 3rd of the Class A cars. Bracher with the black cross and the yellow background indicating he's a newcomer to racing. Not yet got sufficient signatures from the clerk.
Was that Goodyear slowing on the left-hand side?
It's hard. Couldn't quite see whether it was or not. Let's see if we can see. Yes, it is Goodyear slowing. You're absolutely right, Marcus. He's been lapped by Andy Hiley now, and Goodyear, our Class B leader, is
coasting to the pits.
Coasting to the pits, yes. So he'll be caught, possibly. And he has been passed now by Stuart Thompson, because Stuart Thompson has gone through, and Neil Turner has gone through to 2nd as well. And they've got 2 laps to go, and Andy Hiley is starting his last lap now.
So, dramas for Gary Goodyear.
Yeah, very strange to see that Caterham retire. I think a bit just fell off that MEV, didn't it, as it went through Abbey? Possibly so. There's Gambling in the 99 car. 2nd place then is just coming up to lap Simon Dodd and also Alan Robinson here in the respective
They're
classes.
locked in combat, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Jostling juggernauts.
So Gambling is through, but he's too far behind Hiley, who will already be turning into Stoke Corner, I would think. Exactly on cue. Here he is. Number 53 car, Andy Hiley, then continuing his domination. Every race he's taken part in the Sport Specials this season, he has won. This is round 10 of the championship. It's going to be his 8th victory of the season. Sadly, we didn't really see any fight from Paul Collingwood in this race because he was a very early retirement. Martin Gambling, of course, if he started at the front, might well have taken the fight to him, but it's Andy Hiley that wins for the second time of the day in the FreakyParts Sport Specials Championship. Martin Gambling comes home in second, a bit healthier and happier, I think, this time than in the earlier race. And third place going the way of Anton Landon. And who is going to be fourth? That should be Stuart Much. We'll see him come through in the MEV in a few moments, I would think. And then it'll be who's going to be winning Class B. And it was Thompson 3.2 seconds ahead of Turner at the start of the final lap. So it'll be a hell of a final lap if Neil Turner can have overturned that. We're waiting for Stuart Much, I think, to come through Club Corner next. Let's see if he can win Class C, which he is about to. Here he is, in fact. Stuart Much turning his way through Club Corner to head home and win in Class C. And then Class B, are we going to see who that is? Is it going to be Stuart Thompson or is it going to be Neil Turner? They still need to come up to the line. And it's very close between them. It's just Stuart Thompson that holds on, but 3.2 seconds became 0.2 seconds on the final lap. And Neil Turner narrowly denied a Class B victory. Well, that brings to an end a great weekend of racing, Marcus.
Yeah, it was absolutely superb. We've seen some superb racing across the board all weekend. I thought the enduro today was exceptional. That hot hatch race we saw was some wonderful individual performances over the weekend. I loved the breadth of the field and historic 750 Formula on the 75th anniversary of that, and yeah, really enjoyed club racing at its very best.
Thank you very much, Marcus, for your commentary this weekend. It's been great to have you in the box with us. Look forward to seeing you again. I think probably for the Burkett is the next time we will meet. Confirmation of the result of that Sports Specials race then. The winner was number 53, Andy Hiley, in the Kronos. 13 laps completed by him. He was 7.5 seconds clear of number 99, Martin Gambling, in second. Third was number 64, Anton Landon, completing the Class A podium. Class C winner was Stuart Much, number 7, in fourth place, ahead of Stuart Thompson, our Class B winner, number 30, in fifth. Neil Turner denied by just a couple of tenths of a second, number 1 in sixth place overall, second in Class B. Marcus Roscoe, number 44, third in that class in number 44, seventh place for him. Eighth to number 78, Warren Vesey. Ninth to 69, Gerald O'Donoghue. 10th to number 38, Jamie Brayshaw. Then it was Sophie Much, Colin Benham, Gary Goodyear, classified 13th. We'll see if that's how it looks in the results when they're published. Adam Robinson 14th, and Simon Dodd. But we said goodbye during the course of that race to Mickey Scott, Andrew Hayward and Paul Collingwood. Well, as I say, that is it from this weekend's racing here at Silverstone. We'll head down to Kieran McGinley in just a moment. A quick thanks to all of the marshals who've done such sterling work as ever here at Silverstone during the course of this weekend. Many, many thanks to all of their efforts with the races on 2 circuits this weekend. It's been a busy weekend for everyone. We'll look forward to talking to you again from Brands Hatch next Saturday, where I'll be joined by Matt Suckling and Josh Barrett. I'll talk to you then. But from Marcus and myself, it's goodbye, and we'll leave you in the hands of Kieran McGinley.
And that's the end then of our FreakyParts Sports Specials Championship, our second race at the end of our final race of the day. And I'm saying, standing here now with our Class A victor in Andy Hiley. Andy, you ran away with it at the very start, and I'm guessing you were just saving the tyres towards the end.
Yeah, I was saving the tyres and the engine, everything else, but the start, I got the best start off the grid I think I've ever had. It was just launched. It wasn't me, I just fluke.
I think at the end of the first lap, I think it was about 3.6 second lead you'd built up just on the first lap alone.
Wow. I assume Paul had a problem then. I can't believe any other way than that. He must have had something not quite right with his car, I think.
Well, still, you come away with 2 class victories today. I mean, pretty good weekend for you all in all accounts.
Absolutely, yes. Yep. So that's every outing's a win this year so far. So 2 more, and we'll see. We might have a full count.
Go invincible. Can you do that then?
Oh, I don't know. We'll see, don't we? You never know, do you?
We'll have to find out next time then, won't we?
Certainly will, yeah.
Good cliffhanger. Andy, thank you so much for the chat. Enjoy the rest of your evening and congratulations on the 2 class victories.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andy.
Bye.
Thank you. And let's have a chat now to, they'll do them in order because we now got Stuart Muchy, who's Class C victor, although Stuart's up there, that's why. That's why I couldn't find him. Let's have a look then and see if we can chat to someone. Let's have a chat to Stuart here then. Stuart, congratulations, another Class C victory. How was that out there for you?
It was good. It was a bit quiet towards the end, just banging in the lap times, getting it settled and not making any silly mistakes. But the start of the race was so much fun with Neil, with Stu, with Gary as well. We were just all 4 of us having a really good battle. So yeah, really enjoyable race.
Absolutely. How was your car out there?
Understeery, but that's a circuit. Everyone suffers from that here. So it's just setting the car up to try and get away from that. But yeah, engine, BS Motorsport engine, BS Motorsport gearbox. Both performed flawlessly, so credit to them. They've done a good job with that build.
Absolutely, and 2 class victories for you today. It's a good day by all accounts, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I needed them for the points for the championship as well, and I think Andrew's dropped a few with the quicker guys in front of him, which is fantastic for the overall results. I think, hopefully.
Hopefully so. I mean, you got I think it's 1 round to go now, or at least 2 races to go. How are you feeling going into them?
Mallory, it's a bit of a nemesis track. We either do really well or spectacularly fail, so hopefully it's a good one this time.
Well, we'll see what happens then. Thank you very much for the chat and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you very much there. And that's Stuart Much then. Let's have a chat to Stuart Thompson then. I just did see him. I think, yeah, there he is. Stuart Thompson, I think, is here. Stuart, congratulations. That's a Class B victory for you. How are you feeling?
Yeah, great. First one of the season. Had a few podiums, but that's the first one. Got a bit lucky, to be fair, though, with the red Caterham pulling off and Neil spinning out. But got to be there, haven't you?
Yeah, it was number 50. Gary pulled off in the pit lane. We saw that happen, so it was unfortunate. But, I mean, you take all the spoils there.
Yeah, no, that was great. First win of the season, so we're happy with that. Been a long day, so we'll load up and go home and have a few beers now.
That sounds like a plan. I mean, you've been waiting for this all season. Finally got the class victory.
Yeah, no, I've had to say second, third, but first one of the year, that's good. So, yeah, more hopefully at Mallory.
And how are you feeling towards Mallory then?
I quite like Mallory. I've only been there a couple of times, but it's interesting. Yeah, it's definitely a nice track, so we'll see how we go.
Well, let's hope it's the nice interesting, not the nasty interesting, eh?
Yeah, there's been 1 or 2 nasty ones at Mallory over the times, hasn't there? But it'll be fine.
I'm sure it will be. Stuart, thank you so much for the chat. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And, well, that is it from us this weekend. Hopefully you've enjoyed the stream. Make sure as well you tune in next week for the 750 Motor Club because we'll be heading to the Brands Indy circuit for more racing action. You can catch it all with Alpha Live. Until then, though, I've been Kieran McGinley. Thank you very much for watching. Have a very good evening and good night.